Hey everyone, have a hairbrain video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the data download for the global first Dokkan Festival exclusive Super Saiyan Rose. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in, and hopefully this is the last video I make for today. I've done a lot of videos here because we end up having the reaction and the breakdown for this unit. From the producer's letter, then we had the super attack animations, and now the data download. So it's moving pretty quickly here, but of course I think a lot of people's excitement has changed, given its reveal and the unit in of itself. But I do like the look of the unit. At least we're, at least happy with the card arts here. But on top of that, surprise, surprise, we also ended up getting a bunch of EZAs to Universe 6. So go ahead and dust off your AGL Kale, your Berserk Kale, that is, and I think a Universe 6 team might be relevant after these EZAs. So we'll check it out. I haven't looked at them yet. So let's go ahead and start off with, of course, the Rose. And if you want more of a reaction and breaking it down, go ahead and check my reaction video. This is the SSR card art, so it looks fine. Nothing so special here. And of course, this is the TUR, which I think looks incredible. So this is the Mastery of Power Rage Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose. This is the leader skill, and I thought that this was going to be very, very good. So it's Super Bosses, Crota Body of Mind, 170%, and then a triple boost to 200% with Realm of Gods, Accelerated Battle, and the Exploding Rage. However, then you look at the units, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not that many top tier units that you can use, right? You're looking at what is that, 9 LRs only? And you really want to use super bosses on this team, so it does eliminate a lot of other units that are here. So yeah, I totally thought that you would have more options and rotations, but you're basically going to be running a Zamasu Goku Black team to make this work right. Now, I will say that I will do a full breakdown with some fun little team builds like I normally do, and we'll actually see what all those teams kind of look like. But that's the initial response of seeing its 200% team. So let's go ahead and quickly go over this since I already went over this before. So super attack, not much there, raises attack and defense 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy. Then you have key +2, attack and defense 200%, and at the entry of the character's turn, it guards all attacks for that 1 turn. So you do have this extra little piece here, so that first position or the first turn there, you're not going to take much damage having that ability. I wish it would have been a few more turns, but like an entrance animation or something like that. But lo and behold, that's what we're going to be getting. So you do have this reduction of damage by 6% per Super Bosses category ally on the team. So it is having a category restriction here up to 30%. So you want to have as many Super Bosses categories so you can get that 30% there. Plus you have an additional damage reduction of 30%. However, it's before attacking. So this is probably what's causing the most controversy, and a lot of players are like, okay, why did they end up doing this? If you would have just added plus damage reduction of 30%, everything would probably be fine. However, there are benefits in having the opportunity for you to build up your stats in doing additional attacks. So this is very different from we've normally seen. Normally we get some super attack boost and things of that nature. You are going to get a super attack boost still, but when you look at these here, you have opportunities to do a lot of additional attacks, and these additional attacks is going to help you increase your attack and defense stats by 30% with each attack performed. So right here is very important because you're going to get the opportunity by using this part of the passive to get more additional attacks off. Again, it doesn't have to be super attacks, it just has to be additional attacks. So here's one here. It launches additional attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. Now I read this wrong. I thought initially this was launches additional attack per basically 1 rainbow key sphere obtained, and that's all you can do is that 1 additional attack. However, of course, if you guys don't know, you can get up to 5 rainbow key spheres, and if you have a rainbow key sphere orb changer, then you're going to get a ton of additional attacks, which is going to make this unit incredibly strong. But again, it's based off of making sure that you get enough rainbow key spheres to do those additional attacks. Now you also have an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, so that's just a given there. So so guaranteed additional attack here, and then you launch an additional super attack with every time that a character attacks 5 times in the battle. So every 5th time that you attack, you get additional super attack, which again then raises your attack and defense for 1 turn. All right, so you can get up to, like, technically, what is it? Yeah, 5 here. So like 9, 10, right? So it's 5. So 1, 6, 7, and 8, 9. So you can do 9 if you get it. But the thing is, very, very difficult to get the 5 keys, rainbow key spheres. Generally, you're only getting like 3, like 2 or 3, right? 4 is even really, really hard to get. So anyway, that's kind of how it's built. And then on top of that, you do get super bosses category allies key +2. That's fighting within the same turn, and that's after receiving an attack. So that's why you have to put them in first position. And then great chance of nullifying key blasts directed to the character. You do have an active skill that changes this domain here. You have a domain, this time rift in time. You can do this when 4 turns have started if you have all the allies as super bosses category allies, which you probably should, or the 6th turn from the start of the battle. And then you can have this effect of all allies attack and defense 10%, and then, or enemies and allies that are super bosses. And then for extreme class characters, you get additional attack and defense 10%. Link skills are basically, you know, any Goku Black, Murzumasu types of. Go back here. What's going on? All right, there we go. I didn't mean to click the link here. These are all your typical links. Where'd I go? Why am I here? Okay, there we go. Super Saiyan, Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. You're on these categories here. Here's the 100% stats, 15, 15, and 13, and then here's your best link partners, which of course you're going to be bringing, you know, Goku Blacks and Murzumasus and stuff like that. So Murzumasu doesn't link up as good, but it's good enough. 5 links versus your 6 links right here, right? So ultimately you're just going to be bringing, like I said, a Zamasu team. You're bringing, you know, the Worldwide Celebration Murzumasu. You can probably bring in this unit here as well. You can run this Rose as a floater because you want to run this unit in the first position. You know, LR Rosemasu as well. So yeah, and then you have your EZA, you know, AGL Zamasu. Possibly bring this Goku Black if you don't want to run, you know, some support, I guess. Yeah, you're going to be running this one here. So anyway, ultimately, that's what the team's going to look like. And again, I'll do a full breakdown of some team builds in another video. So let's go ahead and move on. This is also provided in-game here, getting the Dokkan event. That's what it looks like. Let's go and look at the EZAs, right? So here are the EZAs to the Universe 6. We already seen Kefla here. Universe 6 rapid growth, 170%. Greatly raises attack and defense. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'll quickly, again, I should have been quick about this already. When you do the domain, this is a big issue when you do domain, right? You get effective against all types. You get this boost here. Is you lose this. This is it doesn't make any sense. So this benefit of having the 30% even after the attacking, right? You lose that, but you end up gaining 66, you know, damage reduction. But again, before attacking, then you lose it, and then you have all these things here. Now, the great thing about this is you do, you know, you turn into a orb changer, right? So that's going to be huge for you to get this additional boost here. But you also lose this right here as well, the nullifying key blast. So not sure what they did on this. They should, when you do the domain, you should be a lot stronger. And I think when you do the domain, you're really not as strong, again, in my opinion. So that's what they ended up doing. It's very strange what they ended up doing with the Rose. So anyway, going back to the Kefla here, So you are transforming after, so you get key +1 to 200% defense, which is great. Attack 200% and an additional 100% when performing a super attack. You get 150% attack and high chance of evading enemies' attack with 3 or more key sphere obtained. That changes as we go. And then losses additional super attack with 6 or more key sphere obtained. And this is really what you want to do. You want to make sure you always get 6 key spheres with the Kale here. And then you transform. I'm not going to go through all this other stuff because I already went through it already. Transforming into Super Saiyan Kefla. Then that boosts up to 250, 250, 100 still, 150. And high chance of evasion with 2 more key sphere obtained. Then with 4 or more key sphere obtained, you get additional defense 50%, and then launches additional super attack with 6 or more. And then once you turn into Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, she's a beast, right? And that's just what it was when she initially came out. Once you get here to this point here, it's extremely powerful, right? So you do have 260% to defense with additional 200% to attack, an additional 120% when performing a super attack, high chance of evading enemies' attack. You don't have to, grab another orb. Now, when you get 2 orbs here, you get additional 160% to attack and then 60% to defense. You get an additional super attack with 4 more key sphere obtained, and then you get launches additional super attack and chance of performing a critical hit and evasion plus 20% with 6 or more. So this is really strong with the EZA stats that they have. So again, once you get here, you're going to be absolutely solid. Let's go ahead and then move on now to the other EZA. So the dodge Kefla here. Let's see, what is she going to dodge everybody or just stay with it's going to just stay with the category enemies here. But this is that Tech Kefla. This is the cheat code for certain events, especially when you're fighting against Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans. You do have a stacking ability here, raises attack and defense. It's attack and defense 160. It's a really big boost there. Plus an additional attack defense and chance of evading enemies' attack, like per 8% per Universe 6 or Pepe Gauss category ally and team. You evade, there's no 50%, or you evade 100% when there's a Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy. Okay, here's interesting here. All allies, 16% for 2 turns after your character has evaded 6 or more attacks, including super attacks, in the battle where there are 6 or more Universe category allies on the team. Okay, that's a big restriction there. And then plus an additional 160% launches additional super attack when there is an ally whose name is Kale attacking the same turn. Okay. I think this could be usable, right? Could be usable, of course, with the evasion there. Be very interesting how this actually runs with that. But I think there's another option here. That's the STR Kale. This was a great unit with having the stacking ability, but let's see if they have additional benefits here. Attack and defense 160% plus additional attack defense 16% and chance of performing a critical at 6%. Pure Saiyans or Pepe Gauss category and team. Launches additional super attack when there's a Universal Survivor Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy. Launches additional attack and there's 6 more universe. Okay, so not really all that great here. Here we go. Plus an additional attack and guards all attacks here when there's an ally that includes Caulifla attacking the same turn. So if that's the case there, you are going to be very strong because of the guard ability and additional attack and defense 660%. So I guess you can be a floater and then make sure Caulifla's on the floating on both, because you are just running Berserk Kill on both there. So yeah, not too sure. This unit used to be like really good with the guard ability if you're using a Caulifla. So here's the Vados here. Let's look at the Vados and see what she ends up doing here. Mastery raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to enemy, lowers attack, seals super attack. Okay, great. Super Battle Road Queen here. So attack and defense 160%, great chance of evading enemies' attack. So that's always super strong, right? 70% evasion no matter what. Plus additional attack and defense 60% the same turn of evading attack. Here we go. Extra support here. So Universe 6 Realm of Gods Siblings Bonds, and Master and Disciple category key plus 1, attack and defense 20%. So recovers 40% with HPs 60% or less. Once only. Changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres at the start of a turn if there's a Universe 6 or Realm of Gods category attack in the same turn. Okay. Interesting here. Interesting here. So you're going to get boosted up if you're Universe 6, Siblings Bond, Bond of Master Disciple, Realm of God. Okay. So, okay. And this is like right? So you'll get all of these if that person has all these on there. I don't know how useful this is going to be. But with a great chance of evading enemy's attack and a support, it can fit on some of the teams, right? So it's only on a few teams anyway. And anything else? Let's see if anything else pops up here. Give me 1 second. All right. Shout outs to Proton, of course, always with this here. Let me see. I can make this kind of... There we go. Let's move it here. And we're just kind of looking at the picture here. Let's see here. We have... I think we kind of went over everything, right? Yeah, all the EZAs, cloning. What we'll call the active skill here. We have some EZA tickets, and then we have Dokkan Fest tickets. All right, so remember you can summon on this banner. That's going to be the Super Dokkan banner. That banner's ridiculous. I'm guessing that hopefully it's going to be the same one for the Dokkan Festival exclusive. So, but the Super Dokkan is really incredible, and I'm guessing it's going to be the same banner. So the banner looks incredible. I think it's still going to be tough, for people to summon for this unit and have it high value, even though you have some of those other units on there. The 9-year anniversary is your #1 target. So if you are an extreme Rose fan and you really want this unit, sure. But ultimately, we're all still waiting for either Saiyan Day or the 9-year anniversary as of right now. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about the data download here. This is all we ended up getting. And are you excited? Are you not excited? Are you disappointed? I just want to know in the comment section below. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we will catch you next time. Later.